Hey everyone, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on NTG slash
You
GameBoomer.
failure!
Oh,
You're a failure!
Oh, sorry, I forgot when things are good.
Everyone
I
point
forgot when things are
and
good!
Laugh. Gosh!
Game Boomers.
So, Nobody, how you doing over there?
So, dead.
She sounds like she's dead. I think she might be dying. So, as it turns out, guys, wait, Jesus fucking Christ, stop it. What?
Stop what?
Oh.
That was probably my gross noises into the mic.
It's possible. No, I see. Did you turn me up like way too loud, Dave?
Did I?
I think you might have.
Yeah.
Do you not know how to use the fucking soundboard? Dude, I'm in the shotgun this time. I'm supposed to be lower than you a bit. Oh god.
Is
Dave.
Aver to answer your question about how far I am in that game, without any spoilers, let me just say, Honey was greatly involved.
And T?
We only have one world left, and it's Monstro World. Shall we
Only have one world left.
go? Are there more worlds?
Duh.
All right. Well, so Nobody, you're apparently kind of sick right now,
Yes.
huh? So what's going on? Do you have like a flu?
I have no idea. I am sick, and I've been sick for more than a week.
That sounds
I
terrible.
don't know what I have, but I don't really have the money to go to the doctor, so I'm just waiting it out.
Wait.
Just waiting it out.
Oh god.
Dude, where the fuck are we?
Monstro?
Oh yeah, Monster the Whale.
Like, what are you taking for your flu?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I mean nothing.
Okay, you should be taking kale smoothies.
Take something. Eat
Kale smoothies.
Kale smoothies or Neocitrin or whatever the hell the equivalent is. NyQuil.
All I've been doing is trying not to sneeze in the ears of my customers at the call center.
Dude, his nose got bigger. Nobody, did you lie about something just now?
So glad Song of the South was included in KH3. That's hilarious.
So you said you were playing Kingdom Hearts 3? How is it? Like, don't spoil it, but how
really
is
fun.
it?
I've been playing it all day today. The only reason I stopped was for the stream.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
It's lots of fun. I am enjoying it greatly.
Are there cards in it? Nobody? Are there cards?
Are there cars?
No.
Is this the only game that's a card game?
Yes.
God damn it. This is the most fun one, then.
Yeah.
So I forgot how to play.
Big
So
Pharma.
I don't know how to play, but we're going to figure it out.
What the fuck? Dude, how many hours have you plugged in this game?
You haven't played it in like 2 weeks because you decided to go all AWOL last week.
Rude.
Actually, I forget what happened last week. Why'd you go AWOL?
I was sick.
You were sick, is that it?
I was very sick.
So you're like, oh, nobody's sick, but she's fucking here.
I've been sick since last week. I was ready last week, too.
Oh, shit, dude. God damn. You're just like, oh.
I played Kingdom Hearts 3 for 7.5 hours today.
Yeah. You have tenacity, my friend.
I didn't even.
This is not gonna be the tenacity conversation.
From my spot.
No, there's always like, okay. I remember thinking about this actually on my own a bit because there's always the give me I want that Goofy. Okay. There's always the conversation of like, okay, what do you do when say okay, how can I word this? When someone says that they're sick and they don't want to do something, and they're not faking it, they're legitimately sick. How should you respond?
Depends on what it is.
It does depend on what it is, but in general, like, what's the general rule?
I don't feel like there is a general rule. I feel like it really entirely depends on what it is. If someone says I'm sick, I don't want to go to the mall today, that's fine. If someone says I'm sick, I don't want to flush the toilet, tell them, tough shit, literally, and flush the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, but like in a general sense, the way that I see it is like when someone's sick, how far do you push them? Like if they're like, I'm sick, I don't want to do it, and you have to be the one who says you need to do this because it's important. Like how far do you push them? And I think the answer is, like you take their sickness as little seriously as possible while still taking it seriously, if that makes any sense. So it's like, yeah, okay, so like if you have a chronic illness and you just don't want to do anything all the time, and you have good reason not to do something, you know, you should still push the person, and then when they finally like hit their limit, then you're like, okay, this is where you stop. I think that makes sense for the most part.
I think that makes a good amount of sense.
So I couldn't hear you there, Nobody. You were hacking.
That makes sense.
I said, I think that makes a good amount of sense.
Let me get some cards back here first.
So
Goofy?
my oven started making a high-pitched squealing noise a couple of days ago.
Yeah?
And it was freaking me the fuck out. Because I had no idea why it was making that sound.
Oh shit, there's
and it
more.
was scaring me. What?
I didn't notice there was more.
Oh. And I looked it up online, what it is, and as it turns out, my oven is probably going to explode soon.
Well, that sucks.
Not good.
Yeah, there's a chronic difference between illnesses and one-offs, but not completely. Like if someone says I don't want to do something, the answer is to try to get them to do something until they're like completely at the edge of the rope, and then you let them rest. Because things still need to get done, and people like even, you know, reasonable people will easily fall into the trap of I'm sick, therefore I'm going to do nothing, and you're ridiculous if you ever call me out on that, which is obviously like way too fucking far in the other direction. So like I really think that I had it right the first time. The best way to take somebody with an illness seriously is take it as little seriously as possible while still taking it seriously. I guess I'm just going to do some HP.
Some Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
See, it's harder. It's a harder disconnect when it's something like streaming.
No.
Because
Yeah,
well, no,
strike rate.
there's like a personal connection. That's what I mean. It's
I'm getting fucking swamped here.
I definitely feel a lot worse saying I can't do a stream than calling in sick to work.
This one time at fence sitting camp, Jesus Christ.
What does this thing do?
It gave you a
Keeps time?
card.
Yes, it is. There's some time right there. Bonk. That's true. We were wrong. I agree. Like on the one
that was the point I was getting at.
Yeah, like on the one hand, like very clearly, like the job takes place in our house, so it's like you don't gotta go anywhere.
No, but
I gotta get out. I'm going down. I'm going down. Okay, hold on.
But there are points where I felt more taxed by this than I have than by like a retail job.
Yes.
Because the energy level, like, and don't get me wrong, like, this is fairly casual, but still, like, there's a certain level.
Yeah, it's not you playing Wind Waker for like 4 hours yesterday, saying literally nothing, which is what you did.
which was great. It's what I needed at the time. But it is talking to people. It's getting shit on by people, whether it's deserved or not.
No, always deserved.
Oh, fuck off. If you use that as your metric, then you're done, bud.
Oh, no, I agree. I always deserve it too. I never complain.
So, my job has to do with parts for old trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then my job only deals with truck parts. We do not deal with car parts, just truck parts, and there is a difference. Lots of truck parts are going to be bigger and heavier, and you know, things are just built differently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, this guy calls in and asks if we have a part for his Impala.
Impala.
Which is a car, a sedan.
Yes. Yeah, and I said, we do not carry parts for the Impala. We only carry parts for trucks. And he was like, well, I know that this year for the cars and this year for the trucks, the engines were basically the same. So do you have this part for a truck for that year using this engine? And I was like, well, I'll go ahead and look it up, but I won't be able to guarantee if it fits because, you know, I can't possibly know if a part for a truck will fit for a car. So I looked it up, and it looks like there were 2 options for that year with that engine. And I said, so looks like this has 2 options: models with AIR and models without AIR. And I
Air?
think that meant air injection reactor.
Hold on a second, nobody, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We got like 10 cents. I believe Dave's a good human being. $3. Nah, he sucks. But go on with the story.
Well, that's fine. That was absolutely worth interrupting me for.
Deb does have energy.
I believe Dave is an acceptable human being. What was I thinking about? Right. And so he asked me, he said, I don't know what an air injection reactor is. What is that? And I said, I'm not sure. Let me see if I have any info on what exactly the difference is on that. Look it up. No, I do not have that info. Well, can you tell me if my car has it? No. I only deal.
It's like, no.
I only deal in truck parts. I do not deal in car parts. And even if I did deal in car parts, I still wouldn't be able to tell you if your car had it or not. Well, you work at an auto store. How do you not know these things? Sir, we're not technicians or mechanics. We're just a parts distributor. Well, I don't understand how you can work in a place like this and not know what you're talking about.
Oh, God.
Those fucking assholes, dude.
Oh, I get that all the time.
And I was like, I said, I understand what you're saying, sir, but I do not have the answer to that question. And even if I did, sir, I would not be able to tell you. I am not allowed to give technical advice. He says, but it's not technical advice. I just want you to tell me if my car has it or not. I can't possibly know that. He's like, well, can you ask a supervisor, maybe someone who knows about cars? So I put him on hold, and I call my supervisor. Or not my supervisor, I call one of the leads. And the lead says, you're right. We can't know that. Even if we did know that, we wouldn't be able to tell him. He needs to talk to a mechanic. And so I said, I've told him that about 4 or 5 different ways, but I'll go ahead and tell him again. So I did. And then he was like, can I speak to your supervisor? And I said, I'll see if she's available to speak with you. And he goes, no, can I speak to a male supervisor? Actually, just any man there at all. Can I speak with them?
Actual misogyny, a rare case of it. For fuck's sake.
Are you fucking kidding? I work at a home improvement center. Do you know how much misogyny I get there?
Actually, I guess if you are a woman, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Deb.
Why would you get misogyny, dude?
No, I don't get it myself, but the women that work there get it all the time. And don't get me wrong, there are women that work there that don't know fuck all.
There are definitely times in which misogyny is real, obviously.
Yes.
And we can talk with them, but like...
And that was one of them.
Yeah. Let me go on, nobody?
Please.
So anyway, he was, so I said, well, I can't transfer you over directly to just any of my male colleagues, but I will see if I have a supervisor available to speak with you, and put him on hold. I called one of the leads again, and I actually got the same person. And that person says, she started laughing, and she said, we don't have any male supervisors available, but you are welcome to transfer them over to me. Here's my extension. And I said, okay. And so
That's funny.
I got him back on the phone, and I said, sir, and he goes, just how much is the part? sir, the part is $12.95. And what would it take for me to be able to buy that part from you?
$12.95.
And I said, well, sir, what we would need to do is, I would need to... Oh, no, this guy was not old. I could tell the guy was maybe in his 30s. This guy was not an old guy. He was a young guy. But anyway, he, Anyway, so I told him, well, you know, I told him our ordering process. I said, you know, here's how we do orders here, and that's what I would need from you in order to get the order. And he said, okay, would there be shipping on this? And I said, yes, sir, there is shipping. And he said, how much is the shipping? And I said, well, sir, as it states online and in the catalog, shipping is, you know, based off of your parts total. This part is $12.95. Anything under $20 is $8.75 to ship. He says, well, that's more than what the part is worth, so I'm guessing just not going to buy it from you. I said, all right, sir, is there anything else I can... He hung up on me.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. What did he say?
Why did I just solo hit...
You're dumb?
Yeah?
Please, what did he say?
He hung up on me.
Yeah, dude, he hung up on you. Oh. Welcome to retail work. Nobody likes it, everybody does it.
It's a stepping stone.
People also, like, take it personally when I give them answers they don't like.
Yeah.
Like, they're free shipping on this? No, sir. The only time we do free shipping is on orders over $1,000, and only if you're in the mainland United States, the 48 that are all together.
$1,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was a...
And people, like, take that personally, like I'm lying to them or something.
Yeah, I have a number of really okay, actually, at this point, because I make enough online now, I don't really care about, like, my menial backup job anymore. So recently we had, like, I think that this was in the States too, there was that romaine. There was no romaine, like, anywhere in North America, Canada or the US.
Yeah, E. coli.
Yeah, because of the thing.
Yeah. Well, when our store started getting romaine lettuce again, like, it was obviously good. It was a new batch. Like, that's why we were getting it in. So I started putting it up, and people would come up and they go like, is this romaine good? And I just, like, look at them and I'm like, no, it still has E. coli, and I'm putting it up. And they're all like, oh! And I'm just like, are you this dumb? Are you this dumb? I'm literally like, I just take no shit from people anymore.
Oh my God. Grocery stores do not put out infected produce. That's
we're
the
not
whole
that
point.
dumb.
If they do, it's an accident.
Yeah.
Well, if it was an accident, I wouldn't know to tell them.
People in our city are pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumbos around here, man.
Yeah, the education level around here is pretty low.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Explosion.
Taco Bell food poisoning last week?
Ew.
Yeah, Taco Bell, I mean, I like the taste, but damn, it's suffrage.
It's women's suffrage, would you say?
Yeah, well, and men's and others. It's a suffering.
I've never had that problem when eating Taco Bell. People always talk about horrible things happening to their body whenever they eat Taco Bell. It has never happened to me.
You're under 25. Give it a few years.
I don't know, Dave. I remember you being under 25 and, like, just shitting out a layer of your intestine at some point.
Yeah, probably because of lactose.
He was making sausage.
Actually, the last time I had Taco Bell, I felt okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, surprisingly. But for the most part, yeah. I know, like, people around, like, that I've known around here that had Taco Bell, they've suffered a lot.
Yeah.
But it could be that specific location too.
Isn't there only one Taco Bell in the city anyway?
There's only one Taco Bell in Sudbury. And
Get
it's
out
in
of
a
here.
mall.
I did it. I'm kind of stomping you guys,
I caught fire once. Says never gotten the shits, but doesn't like the taste. See, I like the taste. Even in the fries, the supreme fries, I don't mind them at all.
That sounds terrible, East Chris. Jesus Christ.
I would not have lived off it. No.
You wouldn't have subsisted?
No. That would have been greasy. More ways than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom doesn't like Taco Bell either. I mean, it's not my favorite. It's kind of.
I mean, it's nobody's favorite.
No,
Wait,
it's just
no,
there.
it's not nobody's favorite. Shit.
It's your favorite. I'm just gonna use every card.
There are better places.
Gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, you know what? I gotta have this question for everyone in general.
Okay.
If you go to a food court, what's the first thing? It's like, what are you more likely to order?
Most people just go Subway.
A food court in like a mall or something?
Yeah, mall food court.
Yeah, mall food court. Exactly.
I'll check see if they have Chick-fil-A first.
Okay,
Chick-fil-A.
fair enough. We don't
even
have
have
one in.
Chick-fil-A's?
We're supposed to get one in Toronto, I guess.
Yeah, Canada doesn't have Chick-fil-A's, I don't think.
How much of a gentleman is Dave from 1 to 10?
Oh my fucking god.
Like 1 is Dev.
Hold on a minute.
What exactly is what's the metric for gentlemanness? Panda Express, okay.
Yeah, we have Panda Express here.
Yeah, not here.
No, I've seen a bunch of Panda Expresses around.
The city?
Panda Express is
not in the
either
city, no.
worked
3?
in entirely by black people or Asians who are not Chinese.
Yeah. And funnily enough, almost every sushi place is run by Chinese people.
Or Korean.
I know. It's interesting.
Well, I mean,
I once went to a Japanese restaurant, which claimed to be like an authentic Japanese restaurant. And I like said konnichiwa, and the bitch looked at me like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. Well, those were one of the first reviews of any sushi restaurant I saw was by someone from Toronto that came in like a massive weeb and got really pissed off because they didn't speak any Japanese and said like, oh, their menu wasn't authentic. It's like, fuck off. Like you're going to buttfuck the armpit of Ontario, which doesn't say much at all since it's fucking Ontario, and you know anyone in the States is not going to give a fuck. And you complain that it's not authentic. Like, there's 100,000 Japanese people, roughly, in Canada.
Yeah.
100,000!
You're not going to get that many here.
That's like the population of the city. Like, the city proper is 100,000. Fuck you.
You live in a city the size of the town that I used to live in. Back in East Texas, I lived in a city called Tyler.
Yeah.
And when I first moved there were about 75,000 people there. By the time I left, it had grown to about 110.
Yeah, in Canada, it's considered a city if it has more than 100,000 people, pretty much.
You know,
that's considered big.
You know, like I remember from the civics though, the technical term for a city was population of like 21,000.
I pictured Dave as a stoner who has good ideas and is fun to be around. I pictured Dev as manic yet lazy.
Shit. I mean, that's not super far off. If you consider the mania as like productivity.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting blown up. I'm getting blown up.
It's bad, man.
I don't care what anybody says. Fucking Mean Girls is a great fucking movie.
Oh, I love Mean Girls. It's hilarious.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Dev, have you seen Mean Girls?
I have not, actually, no.
What?
It's Lindsay Lohan actually doing well in a movie.
It was written by
Is it like
Tina
the last
Fey.
time she ever fucking did it? Like,
was it written by Tina Fey? I didn't know it was written by her.
Yeah, well, it was based on a book called Queen Bees and Wannabes. That she read and she fell in love. Yeah. So she Tina Fey. She wrote it. She was the showrunner for it, or the main writer for it. That's why she's in the movie. Like she insisted on being part of it in terms of the acting as well.
Yeah, The movie was honestly really good. I like that the main character is named Katie with a D.
Yeah.
Wait, Katie, Kadie?
I like the fact-
Cady,
I like the fact
Heron.
that, she's homeschooled.
In Africa.
Homeschooled in Africa because
Yeah.
her parents were, I don't know.
Her parents were, weren't they zoologists?
I think so. And it's very... It's just a very interesting movie, and I find that what it says about high school girls is just very true. Because even if I didn't go to high school, I knew several high school girls. They were all the worst people ever.
Yeah.
But they were all plastics?
The place I went to church was basically filled with either plastics or the lesbian.
The lesbian.
Oh, Janice Ian?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with lesbians as long as they're still nice people.
This one is,
Well, you know what I mean, though.
caustic.
Like, she's really bitter, and she hates everything, and she thinks she's better than everybody else because she's not a plastic. Not on the merits of her as a person, just on what she isn't. You know,
well,
those kind of people.
I mean, but she had better reason in the movie. That character had better reason to be kind of spiteful. Spoilers. This girl was best friends with the head of the plastic. She's like the queen bitch,
Why are they called plastics?
because they're fake.
Because they're plastic and fake people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like, oh my god, think about like typical California Valley bitch. Think about the blonde. Remember the blonde bimbos that you went to school with?
You went to school with too.
Yeah, I did too. But I mean, like, for this is for your context, because I actually watched Mean Girls at Lakehead.
Yeah.
I actually watched it there. So just for context for you, the most Barbie-ish bitches you can ever find. Yeah. Now, in the movie, this lesbian.
Why am
girl,
I doing this?
Well, she's not even a
Shit.
lesbian. She's just they just say that she's a lesbian.
No, but if I say the lesbian, you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
Janice.
and I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, her name's Janice because she's named after a singer-songwriter who's most
Janis
definitely a lesbian.
Joplin.
No, Janice Ian.
Janis Joplin. I want it to be Janis Joplin.
Okay, fine. She's named after Janis Joplin. In any case, this character was best friends with the queen bitch of the school, and that's why she's bitter, because she got bailed on, and her best friend basically told her to fuck off, and like never hung out with her ever again.
Yeah, because that bitch, Regina George, she's a bitch and she's awful, and everyone in their right mind hates her.
I like her name. Her full name is Queen George.
But I bet they don't skip work because they're sick.
What?
Okay?
Dev, you know what? You're the fucking plastic of this house.
In what way, Dave?
You just made some snide comment about skipping work.
Like, okay, there's like a strange dichotomy about it. Like we were talking about being sick and skipping work before, right? There's like a strange situation where like if you're in any sort of creative job, and I don't just mean like an artist or a musician, but like any job that requires creativity, like there's gonna be points where you just can't do it consistently. And then it's just like, well, and then like, you have people who are expecting you to do it because it's a fucking job, right? Like, why aren't you doing it? Like, why aren't you doing it, man? Like I punch into my job every day and I don't like it, but I do it. So you can't really argue that, can you? But at the same time, like if you force creativity, it doesn't really, turn out well generally.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like a problem that's kind of unsolvable because like art is kind of essential. Creativity is definitely essential for any kind of project, but like if you slack too much, and sometimes it's not even like legitimate slacking. It's just unable to work. But then you can't be in that job. Like I don't know. It's like it's almost like productivity and creativity are forces that are in conflict with each other, and yet you need both of them on high in order to actually be a successful artist, I guess. I dodgy fuck. What do you think, Dave? What do you think? Nobody, since Dave's barely fucking awake here for this one.
Fuck off. I was looking at East
I
Chris's.
think that's interesting. I heard from a lot of creative people that the way not to get sort of a creative block is to, even if you're not working on your main project, is work on something every day.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So that, like, if you're writing a novel, you don't necessarily have to keep you don't necessarily have to write on your main novel project every day. You just have to write something every day, whether it's writing in a journal or writing some other project or writing an essay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Something every day. Not only does it get you in good habits, but also thinking about other things and not locking yourself into one mode of thinking. You know?
East Chris, it's because we picked this because nobody sponsored it.
Yeah, she gave us the games actually.
Yeah. And she gave us some moolah. But like I don't know. Like, here's a good example. Like here, I'm gonna in fact toot my own horn a little bit because I'm really proud of this. I gained over 1,000 subs on YouTube today, in one day. Right before the stream started, we broke 41,000.
Good job.
It feels completely undeserved.
Rags.
Well, it's not just that. Like, I feel like people who succeed, like, they don't feel like they deserve it. That's like a common thing. They're like, oh, I didn't really work that hard to get that.
Syndrome.
Like, sometimes things just take off, you know?
Well, that's how you keep yourself modest.
Well, dude, you know that I'm modest.
You?
You got some water, dude? If you don't mind?
Oh, is that because I'm your servant?
Yes, sir.
Not so
See?
bad being a
Modesty.
servant or slave. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But I guess
That with the master-slave dichotomy.
Thank you.
In coding. Read from the comments on your video, by the way.
Garsh. Well, it's okay. Here's kind of. I'm gonna try and get to the heart of what I'm saying because usually I can't fucking do that without taking 15 minutes.
Yeah, true.
Dave's just like, yep.
That's how you write scripts.
Let me just beat the shit out of this fat guy first. He kind of takes a bit of concentration.
You know, the
I
Jesse
just mash A forever.
the Jesse Cox video hasn't gained a lot of viewers.
No, it's getting close to
the
a
other
million.
stuff.
It's getting close to 1 million, dude.
It hasn't gone up that much in the past while. I've been checking on it. It's 872,000. It's your Trudeau video and the coding video. That are getting
Yeah.
hits.
The coding video is now nearly at 150,000, and that's over the course of a few days. So like that one blew up, and people
Are you talking about the Learn to Code video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one, not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you. Did you like the abortion joke?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
Tell it to me.
The person said that the HuffPost opinion desk, the beautiful, diverse baby we've built, is gone.
Oh yeah, that one. That one was pretty good.
It was killed, and I was like, well, it wasn't killed. I mean, I didn't think it was a baby. I thought it was just like a cluster of cells that didn't yet qualify as its own unique life form, so they just aborted it.
Which is
It was a
interesting
side
because
goat.
you know about the new law in New York State?
What's that?
Basically, they passed a law recently that allows abortion up to full term.
What?
That's a bit much, isn't it?
It's not a bit much. It's straight wrong.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Like I'm definitely fine at like what's the limit? 22 weeks. That's like a reasonable limit. I'm like okay, fine, good enough.
The first semester for sure. Second semester to a point. But
Trimester, love.
Dave, you fucking.
Sorry.
Would you get your ass out of the school?
No. Trimester. I meant trimester.
I need a 3 and a 4 here. Hold on. Here's a 3. Fucking semester. Shut the fuck up.
It's sad. It's just like ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, that's a bit much. You know, like there should obviously be like I don't think abortion should be illegal. There should obviously be a limit of when you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, we arrived at Geppetto's ship here.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tim Pool losing his shit about it. You should post that in the Discord so I can see it later.
Hello.
The only time now I'm fixing to get roasted for this, but the only time that I am good with abortion is if it endangers the life of the mother.
Dragon fat's also against that thing unless it's rape, incest, or deformity.
Yeah, she says rape, incest, deformity, dragon fat.
I'm not carrying a baby.
Gosh, nice outfit, Devo. Gosh. Oh, the Keyblade's over there. We forgot it. Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
We'll grab it next episode.
Ben Shapiro would definitely be losing his shit. I don't know what he said yet, but I'm sure he was losing his shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Like, abortion is obviously not good. You would not recommend to somebody that you care about that they go and fucking have one for fun. It's obviously not a good thing.
No, it's
But at the same time,
traumatizing.
At the same time, the question is, it can be traumatizing. But at the same time, the question's not that simple. Like, I think it's impossible to have a serious conversation about abortion before you have a serious conversation about the nature of your sexual life. Because if you're in a position where you need an abortion, maybe the question is, how come you're in that position in the first place? And maybe you need to like broaden the scale of the conversation a bit to include things like maybe you shouldn't get in that position in the first place. You know? Look at high jump.
Yeah, just like in the last game.
Wait, I haven't heard about that Virginia thing, Torvar. Please link that.
How do I high jump? Oh, do I just get it like a higher jump?
Yeah, like that's
It's
just the first game was like that.
You might not have. Do you need to equip it in this one?
I think
don't
it's
remember.
just a passive.
You
I'm definitely jumping higher than I was before.
You don't have AP in this game, do you?
Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah, I don't
it's just a
think
passive.
What was I thinking about though? I have a bit of a personal story about
Okay,
abortion.
hit me with it.
So my older sister,
Yeah.
when she was married to a sociopath, basically. He made her get an abortion.
You made her get one?
Yes, she didn't want to, but he made her get one. Now I don't know. Obviously, he didn't like put a gun to her head or anything, but you know, the dude was a legitimate sociopath. You know, cut her off from her family, beat her up, wouldn't let her use her own money for things like transportation.
Yeah.
Legitimate sociopath. That is a circumstance in which I am sad that an infant was never born. But I think it's probably for the best because that man needs to be nowhere near children. And if my sister had children with this man, then she would never have had the courage to leave him ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like, well, that's kind of the argument, nobody, that like at some point the fetus is sufficiently underdeveloped that the rights of the mother to make her own choices kind of trump that, and that would be a situation where obviously that is the case. That's a very clear-cut case there.
yeah, even though she didn't actually want to have the abortion at the time.
Well, yeah, but nonetheless, the argument still applies.
She's pro-choice. She said that she does not ever want to have an abortion. And she said that she wants to be a mother. She wants to have kids. She even wants to have several kids. She said, you know, last time I had spoken to her about it, she said she wanted to have like 6.
6? Well, 6 is a bit much now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a lot.
depends. But the circumstances of that is circumstances where I understand and I'm not like angry at her or think she was being immoral. The only person I find immoral in that situation is the guy she was married to.
Well, I don't think
thing,
abortion
because of all the rest of it.
I don't think abortion can really be boiled down to a moral choice. Like, there's the old expression, "There's no good place to stand in a massacre." which basically means that at some point in life you will have to make the choice between a bunch of bad choices, and you gotta just make the best one. And
But does that necessarily make it moral? I don't think so.
Well, no, but it's a pragmatic choice, not a moral one. Like, you can't make every choice based on morality.
Not every choice, but there does come a time where no choice you make is going to be the moral one. And in those situations, I try to do as little damage as possible.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I'd want to live in a society where abortion's illegal.
Have you seen Easy Peasy's video on Movie Bob?
I have not, but I do.
I've seen pictures of Movie Bob.
I've seen Chris Ray Gunn's video on Movie Bob, and that was hilarious.
He's so fat.
He's so fucking fat.
He should have been an abortion.
Jesus. Oh, I got broken.
Dev, prove me wrong.
I'll say this: Movie Bob's mom should have had an abortion.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he should have been aborted. He's so disgusting looking.
No, it's not that he's disgusting looking, even though he is. It's that I find him morally reprehensible.
Yeah, he's a pretty bad person, I think.
No, he seems like the kind of guy
Movie
that
Bob
would lord
should have been
himself over
swallowed. Shit.
Yeah, there we go.
Fucking bottomless darkness, dude.
His dad should have ejaculated him into his mom's ass.
Get out of here.
I made a comment once saying Jim Sterling and Movie Bob are like the heartless and nobody of somebody whose name I forget, Larry Goofy or something. They don't know what a nobody is yet, so that doesn't make them laugh as much as it makes them laugh.
Yeah,
no, but I think.
I know who Guru Larry is.
Yes.
You know,
Guru Larry's all right.
I didn't mind Guru Larry. Well, okay, politically
replay.
I'm not a commie, Wing Baron.
No, just.
I'm like I'm somewhere between Jordan and Dev. Which is actually
so wait, like complete cuck and absolute fucking alpha? Yeah, okay.
Shut the fuck up. No, I'm like center left. I'm not. Jordan's like he's closer to the hard left.
Oh, here's the thing. I consider myself to be slightly left of center. However, Dave, like you're definitely not that. You seem like a generic center lefty. But you're also like the judge from Phoenix Wright, in that whoever has spoken to you last, you just kind of mimic them.
My sister is like that. My sister, whoever she spends time with, she adopts their political views.
That's kind of like Dave, yeah.
And it's like, I'm not even joking. A year ago, she was like, abortion is wrong in any circumstances, even in the life of the mother. Fuck the mom. You know?
Fuck you, mom.
Yeah.
And then, fucking, this year she voted for fucking Beta O'Rourke.
Beta O'Rourke. I was waiting for that one.
That's what everyone was calling him. Except one of my sisters who called him Beto.
Beatnik O'Rourke.
Beatnik O'Rourke. She voted for fucking
butt fuck.
No, my sister is still very much. I'm never going to have sex until God tells me it's okay. But
I thought you were like that for a while, nobody.
Yes, but honestly, some part of me is still like that. Basically, I've always sort of believed that you should not be having sex with someone unless you're in a committed relationship.
I completely agree with that too. That makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
And so, the person that I am with right now, I am committed to. You know, for the foreseeable future, for my whole life if I can.
Yep.
and I intend to make it my life, so I don't think that what I do is wrong. But anyway, now some of my friends do. Some of my friends are like, "You're going to hell," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
Well, they wouldn't
anyway,
know,
so-
would they?
What?
They wouldn't know if you're going to hell or not,
Why wouldn't they?
because it's not up to them.
It is not up to them. That is something that I say, that basically has been my philosophy about religion and sin and all that shit since I was maybe 16 or 17. I basically decided that it's none of my business. Whatever is going on in your soul and spirit is between you and whatever God you do or don't believe in. And I'm just going to try and be a good person and live life in a way that would be pleasing to the God I believe in.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, I'm getting gangbanged by about 30 million Heartless. What's going on?
I was just dragging us on a ramp about Jordan. Jordan actually has read the Communist Manifesto. In fact, he talks about Marx all the fucking time.
Yeah. Jordan's the disappointment of the friend group.
Fuck off.
Fucking commies.
It's always me. One of my friend's mom thinks women shouldn't vote. She has like a doctor in English and works as an editor for some big publishing agency. And that's pathetic.
Is it?
But no, Beto apparently is like a Irish American family nickname for guys named Robert.
Is it really?
Yeah, I looked him up. I was curious.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm surrounded.
Okay, nobody.
What's nobody posting?
I didn't post nothing.
You mean Dragon Fat?
I'm sorry, Dragon Fat. The devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. The real trick is Yahweh tricking you into thinking there was a difference. No, I'm sorry, nobody. I don't know how the hell I...
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, in any case, Dave, before you go off.
So
on a
anyway,
fucking
Dave,
chat
how is
room
your
suck.
sex life?
I mean, I don't mind grinding out these guys in the bottomless darkness rooms. They just take a while. They still give a good experience.
You chose this, Dev.
Yeah, I did because I wanted the experience.
You chose the
I
bottomless
would
pit.
recommend moving the fuck on at some point.
But the enemies here aren't infinite.
I don't have to know this a lot. Does Dave
Yeah, I
have a
don't-
sex life?
Not really.
Yes, I do. No, not really.
Yeah.
What the fuck would you know?
Well, I mean, gosh, I don't know if I should make this joke. I had a fully formed, hilarious joke,
Dev,
but I think you would have not enjoyed it.
you don't have a leg to stand on.
What do you mean?
Because you're the guy's like, I'm like practically ace. Like, so I guess you basically don't have a sex life then.
That's not true at all. Like I said before, I'm
doesn't like
involuntary and
sex
celibate.
God, what an asshole.
Okay.
If there's an incel in the
The
chat,
only
please
person
like.
Dave fucks is himself over. Oh my god, Barry.
Yep, that's how it is.
That fucking guy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about earlier, because we kind of moved away from it, was just that, like, I hit the 41,000 sub mark, right? And it feels undeserved, and it feels like I just got randomly lucky. Like I did the learn to code video, that took off, but like I'm trying to do daily videos, and I'm just fucking failing at it. And I've been failing at doing daily videos for about a month now. I've been like doing maybe 3 or 4 a week and not 7 a week. So like it hasn't been a complete success. It's been better than it used to be, but I haven't gotten there yet. And it's like, oh shit, I just did a video and it blew up. And I don't fucking know how to do that again. I don't know how to make another good one. It was just random.
I can't get any more blood from this stone.
Very says, as an incel, I can confirm that Dev is just a cuck.
Mm-hmm.
Involuntary cerebrate. You require more overlords. You know, Cerebrate reminds me, well, obviously it reminds me of StarCraft because it was from, but this reminds me of all the jokes about guys that play video games and them being like a bunch of eternal virgins.
Yeah. Because you're fucking lazy, Dev. No, here, okay. The video that came out today, I was almost done it. I had like an hour left of work to do on it, then I had to go play Sargon's D&D campaign. And then on Sargon's D&D campaign took like double the amount of time it normally takes. Then I had to go do the Smash Brothers stream with the community afterwards, and I just went to bed. Like, yesterday was just like a day of just the schedule was too full, basically. But no, there are times where it's like...
Love and romance isn't a right.
Hello,
that's true.
I'm Guru Larry.
No, I've had enough successes to know, like, oh shit, I don't know how to do this. And like I felt the feeling of like I can't replicate this. I'm just fucked. Like, and there's like people who are like, obviously you can make good videos. Make another one. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do.
That's pretty common, dude. The best creative types in the world have that feeling. I mean, that's how they challenge themselves to keep going. It's true. If you never feel like you're good enough for what you're doing, then like it's not like you're this far down, but like this is your pinnacle, and then you're always just under it.
The worst part about it is when like you have no idea how to do it, and then you're like, okay, and then it's been like 3 or 4 days, and then you like haven't made a video, and it's like, shit, when I come back, I gotta make a good one, and then like you take even longer, and it turns into this like self-defeating cycle of just being completely unable to goddamn make anything.
See, that's the thing, you know, if you just make, every time you make a video, you think, this is going to be my best video ever, and you work really hard on it, then and you end up coming out with a great video, no one really cares how long it takes.
That is true, but the algorithm cares.
Yeah.
And the algorithm at this point is why some videos go viral and some don't. Like,
but I don't think you should be caring so much about virality.
Well, no, of course not. But like, I've gained 3,000 subs since the start of the week, which is a ridiculous amount for a channel my size. And the hits on the Learn to Code video and other videos now that have been bleeding over, the amount of money that has come in from that, it's pretty ridiculous for a channel my size. And like that is because of the algorithm. And the algorithm, for some reason, YouTube's being just retarded. The algorithm likes shorter videos posted daily. Like, okay, I can make a short video every day.
But nobody I know likes watching videos.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though, right? Like, but if you don't play by YouTube's rules, then it doesn't matter what people like. They're not going to see it. It's not going to appear in their recommended list, you know? So there's a balance to be struck between making good content and making regular content.
I think you should always make good content regardless of whether you make it on the dot.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that too. Like, obviously, if I had to choose between quality and quantity, I will definitely choose quality. It's just that, like, I'm also mindful of like other things happening. Because YouTube is just honestly so shit now, man. Jontron. Yeah, Jontron takes years to make a video.
Flex Tape 2 was worth the wait.
Oh, it was, definitely. That was an incredible video.
The fact that the guy from Flex Tape was actually in the video was great.
Yeah. Clonk.
Fatter.
Anyway, no though, you know that ER, he makes a video and he gets good views on it because every one of his videos are well edited, funny, have great points in them. And even though it's like 2 or 3 months between his videos, no one cares because the videos that he makes are great and he still gets good views on them because people are excited when he uploads, and they all tell their friends. And I would rather be the kind of creator that people talk about and tell their friends about than something that I guess that YouTube is like, oh, you watch things about this thing, here's someone else that makes content about that. I don't know.
No, see, I definitely agree with that. Like we've been doing YouTube long enough. I can remember when that was how things just were, right? But it's just that now YouTube has become so terrible that like you can't, like, if you're gonna actually get somewhere, you can't just think like that. So now the game is balancing them, like giving YouTube's shit algorithms enough to work with, balanced with actually making decent content and doing it for your fans. Like it's a balancing act now. And I think
Morality124, my name is NobodyIsWatching 13. I am the background person. I sponsored this playthrough.
She sponsored the playthrough. She's one of like 5 people who have reached the donation tier to do it. Who else was there?
Butters.
Oh yeah, Butters, who hasn't done it
Butters
yet.
is so mad at you.
Butters isn't even in the Discord anymore.
That's why I don't really care too much.
Because fucking what's his name? Very kicked him for some reason.
Wait, did Very kick him when he got butt mad? You got Butters mad about it?
Yeah. He got banned.
I didn't ban him.
Or not banned, but he got kicked.
Oh well, garsh. But no, like who's actually done it? There's been the Lisa guy, who did Lisa with us. There was
Pixel.
Pixel, who's done several games with us. There has been Banu Black, who did Salt and Sanctuary.
Salt, yeah.
Berto Elkan, who did Maniac Mansion with us. And then there's you, Nobody. I think that's it. I think that's all.
What with the island?
What island?
Or no, we just did that with people. Yeah.
The forest.
No,
The
Morality,
forest, not the
I am
island.
not Dave's girl. I am not Dave/Dev's girlfriend. Everyone thinks I am if they've never seen or heard.
Wait, do you want to be?
No.
America.
Is it because I'm short and fat?
It's because I'm tall and fat.
Sausage ones. I don't want to try the sausage.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I'm sorry. My roommate is trying to make me eat sausage.
Is it his sausage?
Is that a euphemism?
No, I made some crescent rolls with some summer sausage in it. I don't like summer sausage. I made it because he likes it. He wants me to eat it and like it, but I don't, and he's very upset about this.
I mean, to be fair, like, almost nobody, and I don't mean that in terms of you, nobody, but like, most people don't find me attractive. I'm just kind of a short...
My sister thinks you're hot.
Who does?
My sister.
You'd introduce me.
I did.
Do it again. I forgot.
She actually
You have a girlfriend, asshole.
She would hate you now more than she did then. Like, she thought you were hot, but she thought you were, like, obnoxious.
Yeah.
She has now doubled down on her SJW bullshit, and she
Has
would
she?
mute you now.
Summer sausage.
I bet I can cure her
cured,
of that.
It's just not a cured meat. I've had slices of it before. I'm not a huge fan of it myself, to be honest, so I can't really say I blame you, nobody.
Clonk. Dev WTF. What?
I don't want to take a bite.
Just say no. Don't give in.
Tell him you're on the goddamn show, for fuck's sake.
I'm on a goddamn show, for fuck's sake.
Oh shit, why is he doing like a
We eat
blue
summer
one?
sausage in the wintertime.
They don't have
I
one
think-
over there.
Dev, I think you're hot. I think Dave's hotter, but I think you're hot. Love Wingbear.
I'm reasonably hot in a fucking Goofy suit at the moment.
Yeah. Wait, how much of a harem do you want? You want Nobody's sister. You got Naomi. You keep asking me to live with you. Holy shit, men are pigs.
Yeah, feels good, man.
You know, Dragonfat, you don't like women either.
No, Dragonfat likes women. She just likes to use them and then throw them into the dumpster.
Oh, I see.
Dev wants to be cucked by all women.
The Queen of England
Feels
thinks
good,
you were
man.
hot, Dev and Dev. Okay.
Okay, can I just smash you?
Actually, it's gotten a lot warmer up here. It's supposed to go to minus 13 Celsius. You know, like, oh man, I saw a comic I thought was great. It's just like the world facing the U.S. saying like, why can't you just be normal? And then USA screams in Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Fucking America.
Yeah, seriously, Fahrenheit is an inferior system. It absolutely
Nobody
is.
cares.
Nobody cares, Dave. Americans are used to inferiors rummaging around their lands.
Yeah, nothing but imperial and Fahrenheit. Sure. More inaccurate systems.
Is it inaccurate, or are you just used to a different system?
No, it's
Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows?
But no, like metric is more accurate than
How'd you know?
imperial.
More accurate to what?
How'd you know, dude?
What do you mean more accurate to what? It's based on tens and hundreds instead of like 12 inches.
Make it more accurate. It makes
it more accurate, Dave.
It makes it easier to calculate. To do the math.
Well, like to the decimal, it's more accurate.
No, Dave. Okay, as somebody who thinks that metric is a better system, metric is not more accurate.
Well, it's
than
fucking
imperial.
easier.
It's easier to calculate. That's not the
Easier
same thing.
is not more accurate, retard.
Fine, fuck both of you.
Dave, is this some Ottawa mentality?
Yes.
Oh God.
This is me trying to tell you. About
Can I tell nobody about the Ottawa syndrome?
Ugh.
Last night's Ottawa syndrome.
Tell me. I want to know.
Okay.
God.
So Dave's argument last night during the community Smash Brothers night, where we like played with viewers, his argument was that Ottawa would naturally have better internet because it's the capital of the country. And I'm like, that's not. I mean, it's possible. It's a bigger city, but it's not because it's the capital. And he's like, well, why not? I mean, the government would want it. And I'm like, Dave, that's not an argument.
But they pay their people so much money. Why can't they have better internet?
It's in the center of the country. It's got to be better.
Fuck's sake.
I hear what you're saying, and that's funny. I will say that this thing that you're saying right here about Fahrenheit being better for telling weather, worse for doing math. Literally, everyone in maths and science uses the other one anyway. The only people that use Fahrenheit are people who are telling the weather and lay people who are just talking.
Makes sense.
The people doing the actual math and science stuff, they all use whatever the fuck that other thing is called. Metric.
Yeah, like American scientists still use meters and stuff.
Yeah, because it makes it much easier to do the math using that system, and if it's easier to do the math, then you can get results quicker, and that makes a lot of sense. But for just lay people using Fahrenheit and saying feet and inches and stuff, I don't think anybody actually cares, and I don't think it matters, and I think it's useless to argue about it.
Well, it's the same thing with here, though. Nobody we still measure things in pounds.
There's still some imperial stuff here.
What the hell is
like,
this?
Fasteners. Fasteners here are they're mainly speaking, they're measured in imperial units instead of metric, which is fucking ridiculous. But
because they're less accurate.
Yeah.
let me just enjoy this, Dave. Okay, there's like a tradition now. Like once a night, Dave has to say something like completely batshit, and this is tonight's. And I want to revel in it just for a few
Devin, what
minutes.
about Superstars the Third Kirby?
Oh yeah, I've said some stupid shit things too. Absolutely. I said on the show during Parasite Eve that the Desert Eagle was a revolver.
And that cells are sentient.
If cells are sentient, abortion is wrong. End of argument.
A fastener, like screws, bolts. I mean, I work in a hardware department at a Home Depot. I work in a fastener aisle. And like 99% of the stuff in there is imperial. If you want something that's metric, and it sucks because there's so many pieces of furniture, like you go to Walmart or whatever to get a piece of furniture, and the fasteners are all metric.
Yeah.
And in order to get a replacement, because half the time they don't get the same amount that you wanted, you have to go to one store in town, and they overcharge the shit out of you.
You're not here yet.
No.
Let's check out the map.
So-
Nobody's not from
what
Canada.
time is it anyway?
We're actually over an hour.
What time is it though?
1:05.
105.
Morality, I am from the good old U.S. of A.
Yeah.
Originally from Texas.
Well, so you're US of A?
Texas.
Sounds like Canadian then.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back, guys. BRB.
Yep, see you in a bit.
Yeah!